Are you tired of hearing about companies mistreating their workers? Are you curious about the inner workings of one of the world's most recognizable brands? Welcome to PrimeTime TV, where we bring you the latest news and information on the issues that matter most. Today, we're diving into a shocking story about Nike and the allegations of mistreatment towards their female employees. It's a sad fact that discrimination and harassment are still prevalent in the workplace, and the allegations against Nike are a reminder of that. For years, female employees at the company have been speaking out about the sexism, discrimination, and hostile work environment they have experienced. From being passed over for promotions to being subjected to sexual harassment and discrimination, the stories are all too familiar. One of the most high-profile cases is that of Kelly Cahill, a former Nike executive who filed a lawsuit against the company in 2018. According to her, she had been subjected to discrimination, harassment, and retaliation while working at Nike. Despite being more qualified than her male counterparts, she was passed over for promotions and subjected to sexist comments and behavior from her male colleagues. Cahill's case is not an isolated incident. Many other female employees have come forward with similar stories of discrimination, harassment, and mistreatment at the hands of their male colleagues. The company's culture is seen as being a boys' club that is hostile towards women. This is not only damaging to Nike's reputation, but it also has a real impact on the women who have been subjected to this mistreatment. The impact of these allegations on women is immense. Women in the workforce already face many challenges, from the gender pay gap to discrimination and harassment. When a company as big and influential as Nike is found to be mistreating its female employees, it sends a message to women everywhere that they are not valued or respected in the workplace. This can discourage women from speaking up when they experience discrimination and harassment, and can make it harder for them to achieve their career goals. Nike's response to these allegations has been to release a statement saying that they take these claims very seriously and are committed to creating a workplace culture that is inclusive, fair, and respectful to all employees. They have also implemented new training programs and policies to address discrimination and harassment in the workplace. However, some have criticized the company for not doing enough to address the problem. Some have called for more accountability for those who have been found to be responsible for the mistreatment of female employees, and for more transparency about how the company is working to improve its workplace culture. It's important for companies like Nike to take these allegations seriously and to make real changes to address discrimination and harassment. It's clear that Nike has a lot of work to do in order to address the allegations of discrimination and harassment towards their female employees. But the question remains, what can the company do to move forward and create a more inclusive and fair workplace culture? One important step is for the company to take a more proactive approach to identifying and addressing discrimination and harassment. This can include conducting regular audits and surveys to gather feedback from employees, and implementing a confidential reporting system for employees to report discrimination and harassment. Another important step is to increase diversity and representation at all levels of the company. By having a more diverse workforce, the company will be better equipped to understand and address the unique challenges that different groups of employees face. Nike should also invest in training programs that focus on creating a culture of inclusivity, fairness, and respect. These training programs should be mandatory for all employees and should include information on discrimination and harassment, as well as how to create a more inclusive and respectful workplace. Lastly, Nike should be transparent and accountable for their efforts to improve their workplace culture. This includes regularly releasing reports on their progress and allowing employees to speak openly about their experiences. By being transparent and accountable, the company will be able to rebuild trust with their employees and the public. Discrimination and harassment are unacceptable in any workplace, and companies like Nike have a responsibility to create a culture that is inclusive, fair, and respectful to all employees. The allegations against Nike are a reminder of the importance of holding companies accountable for their actions and the impact of such mistreatment on women. We at PrimeTime TV will continue to bring you the latest updates on this story, and will hold companies accountable for their actions. And we want to hear from you. Have you or someone you know experienced mistreatment at a company like Nike? What do you think needs to be done to address discrimination and harassment in the workplace? Share your thoughts with us. and let's work towards creating a better and fair work culture for everyone.